Alright everybody, welcome to HGR Racing Live from Talladega. Garrett Jenkins in the booth bringing you coverage for tonight. Sean Corbett, Jeff Merck, Tim White, Max Danda, Austin Sale was the top five. James Waring slides in the fourth. Right now, Hunter Hastings up next to try to knock Sean Corbett off the front row. Daytona Cross jumps in 8th on the board at 54.768. Right now, Sean Corbett, top of the board with the 54.606. Hastings through a tri-oval. Right now on track for at least 6th, if not better. Cross the line, Hunter Hastings, 6:21. Put him in the 3rd place. And with that being said, Sean Corbett on pole for tonight. As the field gets set, 19 drivers strong for tonight. We'll roll through the starting lineup. Sean Corbett, Jeff Merck on the front row for tonight. Right behind them, Hunter Hastings, Matthew Patton. Row 5, Tim White, James Waring. Row 3, my mistake. Row 4, Max Danda, Austin Sales. About Matt Metler in the house tonight. Next to him, Daytona Cross. Nathan Harper, Freddie Bazadez rolls off row 6. Dylan Jones, Daniel Eberhardt. Be row 7, row 8. Asher Little, Joshua McCullough trying to go for 2 in a row. Matt Lee, Chase Mastretta will roll off from the 9th row. And Kim McCullough will round out the 19 car field in row 10. Right now, waiting for the field to get rolling here. Asher Little will not be taking a green flag right now. Might be delayed. Have to wait and see. Well, 50 laps on deck for tonight. Gonna be equipment Kim McCullough. Alright, everybody's starting to roll. All right. Field getting ready for the start. Corbett, Jeff Mark brings us down to the United Rentals restart zone. We're rolling from Talladega. Oh, that rain wrecking big. Jason Mastrada's involved in this one. Daytona Cross. Man. First lap in 600 feet and it's calamity. Mastrada. See how bad it is. Nothing looks terrible on the Jack Shack entry for tonight. See what happened. Happens up there around Daytona Crossing. Stack up on the outside lane. Bazinez tries to react. Cannot react quick enough, and Mastrada and everybody else gets collected in the first incident of the night. 600 feet past the start finish line. Bishop misjudged on Bazinez. Daytona Cross doing everything he can to save it. Unfortunately, wasn't able to do it. Right now, first caution of the night, going to show the running order. Right now, Sean Corbett, Hunter Hastings, Jeff Mark, Tim White, Matthew Patton, top 5. Daniel Waring, Matt Mettler, Austin Sale, and Dylan Jones, your top 10 as the field's going to come down. Should come down anyway, it might not. Yeah, a couple of them are. Hastings, Mark, Matthew Patton, Max Danda, Waring, Mettler, and others. Actually, everybody but Sean Corbett and Tim White. White coming off his second place run last night in Daytona with MMS, trying to keep the momentum going. Right now, 3 rackets. Sean Corbett, Tim White, Hastings, Jeff Mark, Matthew Patton in the top 5. Waring, Mettler, Sales, and now Daytona Cross rounds out the top 10. Matt Lee, Nathan Harper, Kim McCullough, Freddie Bazinez, Daniel Eberhardt. That is the top 15. Dandem, Mastrada, Joshua McCullough. Still on pit road. McCullough, of course, the winner last night from MMS, looking to go 2 nights in a row this week. Well, get ready to get going here. First caution of the night on lap 1 involving a multi-car incident involving Eberhart, Chase Mastretta, Daytona Cross, and a couple of other ones. Alright. We're rolling. Down back, straight away, Corbin gets turned hard into the wall. He's going to take Hasty with him. Mastretta's in this. Danda's involved. Good God almighty. Matt Metler. A couple more. Hunter Hastings. Hastings and Mastretta, meatball damage. Man. Big damage to the right front of Hastings' machine. Go back and see what got Sean Corbett turned. Sean Corbett's actually the best one to look at here. Well, it's hard to say, really. Well, they'll come off forward. Patton's going to give a big shot. Another shot there. Mert. What a shot from Mert to Patton. Really is what got Corbett just a little bit loose enough to go back up in front of the 44 of Hunter Hastings, and from there it is on. Chase Mastretta piles in. Eberhart making it through. Max Danda, however, does not. Freddie Basnet, sorry. Right on board with Chase Mastretta. Already been a night from hell for Mastretta. Now fast clear, done and gone. This fell right in Chase's lap. James Waring. Wicked shot by James Waring. Took 2 shots, one from Joshua McCullough. Or maybe Kevin Cole, actually. Another Joshua. Good God almighty. Daytona Cross stays out along with Matthew Patton, Austin Sale, Matt Lee. Brady Basnet as well, Tim White. Right now to rewrite the top 10. Daytona Cross, Matthew Patton, Austin Sale, Matt Lee, Tim White, the top 5. Josh McCullough, Bazinez, Kim McCullough, Jeff Merckx, Max Danda, your top 10. We're rolling. Right now, down back straightaway Patton. Getting pushed by Matt Lee, down back straightaway Cross. Trying to work that bomb lane still. Or Austin Sale, my mistake. Right now, Patton, McCullough, Matt Lee, Merck, Cross. Top 5 across the line, giving it Matthew Patton. Top of the board, Everhart, Doug, Merck, Patton. How about Daniel? Well, avoiding the first 2 wrecks. He kind of wanted to stay at the front for a little while. Dylan Jones right behind him. Matt Lee's going to occupy that outside lane. Going to bring Merck with him, along with Kevin McCullough. Tiff and Merck as soon as the top of the board. Kenny McCullough coming up. Right now side by side for second as Merck continues to lead. McCullough left on the bottom, no help for the moment. Here comes Cross. Merck almost turned. Well, right now, 12 laps in, race update. Right now, Matthew Bannon leads 2 cautions. Quick, starting the race right now, working a good green flag run. 4 official lead changes so far tonight. Right now, biggest mover since the start of the race. You know, the leaderboard has been shuffled quite a bit. Kenny McCullough up 17, Matt Lee, Josh McCullough 16 and 10. Everhart Daytona Cross both up 3. He's going to try to outside lane again. Thought Matthew Powell was going to help him. Patton decides to take it 3. But right now, MMS is on. Kenny McCullough to the top spot. Got Patton, Merck, Lee, and Josh McCullough, last night's winner from Daytona in MMS. Drops down to the bottom. He's going to take 4th away. Going to attempt to at least. Well, former teammates Merck and Kenny McCullough on the outside lane. With 35 laps to go. Right now, practically single fouled out for a moment. That being said, we're going to take one quick step away. You're watching HGR Racing live from Talladega. laps to go. Daniel Everhart, Dylan Jones, Daytona Cross, Austin Sale, Matthew Patton in top 5. Right now, 14 lap run. For some, it's 19. Some of them include Daytona Cross, who stayed out under the most recent caution. The pit stop's moving over ahead. Right now, of course, fuel saving. Well, for a lot of drivers, fuel saving has been kicked in for the last couple of laps. Right now, Mettler, Mastrutta, Hunter Hastings out of the race. Waring and Sean Corbett 4 laps down. 13 drivers still in it. Right now, really just hard to really find things. Hey, Ken McCullough, fast lap of the race, 50.374. Right now, McCullough Meyer back in 8th. Right now, McCullough led earlier in the event. Well, that leaderboard so far. Corbin led for 5, Patton led for 5, Cross, Everhart, Kenan McCullough, Matt Lee, Jeff Mert, just to name the drivers who have led. Everhart's going to drop out of line. Right now, if you're a lead driver, ain't saving much. Right now, Daytona Cross back up in the second. He was one of the ones involved in that incident on the very first lap of the race. Max Danda, a nice recovery, 4 to 48. Be involved in the second one. White goes another lap down. It'll be 12 now instead of 13. On the lead lap all the way to Jeff Merck, who's right now a second. 1 actually behind the leaders. The good news is for Merck, he's tail end of this line. Got James Ware right behind him, running 14th, 4 laps down. Ware's night more than likely done as far as the win is concerned, as the drivers foul up, single foul. The fuel saving still going on. It probably will all the way up until this next ring 5 pit stop. 24 laps to go. Well, speaking of the devil, green flag pit stops underway with 24 laps to go. Jones, McCullough, Joshua McCullough. I know. Yeah, both the McCulloughs cross. Danda's in along with Austin. Dylan Jones and others stay out. Matter of fact, 6. Patton out, along with others. Nathan Harper, the one lone driver coming down pit road. Dylan Jones continues to lead. $21 to go. Well, right now, I think it's proven. These drivers, here they come. 21 to go on a 24-lap run. I ought to say these drivers packing it in good, wanting to be sure they'll be good to the end. Well, they got 36 seconds over Matthew Patton and others. Well, Patton and McCullough and Max in the front four right now, 1.6 seconds over Bazinez, Eberhardt, Mert, Dylan Jones, Matt Lee, Nathan Harper, who is the top 10. Tim White back to do another lap down, back to 2. Look no further than Freddie Bazinez, Merton, Jones, and others. This will be 8 cars In this head pack, Harper, Matt Lee, Daytona Cross, Austin Sales, all in a 4-car pack. Yeah, but they're losing ground. They'll have James Waring put right onto the back bumper, and maybe they can run them down. Maybe. We'll figure it out. Right now, caution would be big and look no further. 3 wide. Patton Hunt got the dry in the middle lane. Everhart, Jones, Bazinez, Jeff Burke, 4 drivers on the outside lane, and now Everhart right back to the top spot. He's got his teammate Jones right behind him. Right now, still anybody's race, but now they've single filed out for the most part. The gap for Matt Lee and Harper now 2.7 to this front 8. Unless there's a caution, these will be the drivers more than likely deciding who wins this race tonight. Everhart, Jones, Bazinez, Burke, and the McCulloughs your top 6. Pat and Danda the top 8. Go. Further back. There's the issue, really. They're having a hard time staying in line. Sales right back down to the bottom. And then 8 cars be pretty difficult. Now, of course, field strategy still in effect. Well, actually, if you looked up the pit strategy report, everybody in the top 10 right now, strategy varies. At the moment, 8 laps for the top 4, but then you got 10 laps. You got 10 laps for 5th through 7th, and then Matt Lee, of course, all them drivers over 2 seconds back. It's going to be interesting to see, of course, how long Staying out in them 3 extra laps might come into Everhart and Jones, Bazinez, Jeff Burke's favor. Tim White has called it a night. He will be done for the race and will finish somewhere more than likely 14th. Biggest movers and droppers since the race started. Showed you the biggest gainers earlier. Right now, Everhart, Dylan Jones, Joshua McCullough, Kevin McCullough up 13, 11, 14, and 10 spots. Matt Lee up 8 from where he started. Biggest droppers as of right now. Hunter Hastings done for the night. He'll finish 15 spots short of where he started. Corbin right now 14 down. Tim White 9 spots down from where he started tonight. And the top 5 streak will end for Tim White. As right now 10 laps to go. It's still all Daniel Everhart. Nine to go. Right now, if you have saved anything, or you think that you can make it, now a lot of these drivers are thinking, when can I make the run? Who can I go with? If you're Everhart and Jones, more or less be on the defensive from drivers like Kenneth and Joshua McCullough, who would probably try something. Merck and Patton, it all just depends. But right now, all 8 of these drivers still in the running are thinking, how do I get the job done tonight, or at least get us out of a cash spot? 8 to go. No move yet. Bazin is starting to lay back, either trying to set up the run or trying to cool the temps off. Right now, Bazinet running in third. Jeff Burke leaving a little bit of gap as well, as is McCullough. Which one will make the move? 6 to go this time. Yeah, I think either Jones is going to stay committed to Eberhart and or he's going to try to block it. Jeff Merck to the outside of Bazinez. Merck might be able to pull it off, not quite. They're starting to get racy. Hold on to her, boys. Bazinez up. Big block by Dylan Jones. Here goes Mark down to the bottom. McCullough going with him. Right now, if you're that second pack, you're looking your top. They'll sell it back out exactly in the same way they were before. Bazinez back to the bottom again. Mark with him. 4 to go this time. Freddie Bazinez. We'll add his name right back to the board. Nathan Harper in the pits and a black flag for his troubles. I agree, right back up to the top. 3 laps to go. They try to get racy, did not work out. Eberhart and Jones still head on to the lead, though a little bit of contact with Jones and Bazinez. 3 to go. Eberhart down to the bottom. Going right back up. There he goes, just enough to get some air in that radiator. Right back down to the bottom. Mark down to the bottom of Bazinez. Well, there's your 2 right there that's going to try to knock off Jones and Eberhart at the line. Daniel with a big run. It's going to take a lot, Merck. Matter of fact, something happened. Jeff Merck. Well, I can see what happened to Merck. Product of these ARCA cars can't push. Not all that hard. Well, then Merck's night. Meanwhile, the field across the line. White flag. 1 to go. Well, if Merck and Bazinez didn't upset them, something big's going to happen. You're going to have to set them up. You see Bazinez laying off. Right back up to Kenneth McCullough. Down the back straightaway. Don't move yet. Here comes Bazinez. The McCulloughs win him. Dana will join up. Matthew Patton's going to stay with Everhart and Jones. Off of 445. Time Everhart gets turned. Into Bazinez, they save it. They're still making contact. They're 4 wide all over the place. Oh, there goes McCullough. And at the line, Everhart, Jones, Patton will survive the hang on. Bazinez fourth. Joshua McCullough fifth. The mess on the last lap. Well, D3 with a hell of a job tonight. He'll walk out here leading the most laps at 21. Matthew Patton will lead 9. Dylan Jones 4. Third day turn across up there at 4 as well. We'll go through all that in a minute. Right now, see if you can't get D3 up here in the booth. See if we can find Daniel, that is. Well, we'll give Daniel a few minutes here to get ready. Meanwhile, you can talk to Ken McCullough. Shut up. Matthew Patton, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy.
Oh, Gary, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I got to ask, everybody dove to the bottom on the last lap. What made you decide to stick with Everhart and Jones that ultimately got you a podium finish?
I'll tell you what, I wasn't even gonna make it until like coming out of 2. I was saving all up until coming out of 2 on the last lap, so I didn't even know if I was gonna make it to the finish line. All of them dived low, and that looked like too many cars for my liking, so I just stayed up, gave a little tap to Dylan, try to get him going, and ended up third.
Well, it was a hell of a night, though. I will ask you this. Saw a couple of incidents tonight right to start with. A couple more crashes. Really, what makes these cars so difficult, particularly under a push, if anything, what is so difficult about these cars in plate racing?
They're just so fidgety and unpredictable. Like one little tap off center is the death of it, and it just sends it anywhere. Can't lock on, so you kind of just got to bounce off it the whole lap. One little lock on and it's gone. So gotta just be careful.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Last question I got before I let you head out of here. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.
Gotta thank Jimmy Crow, James putting this race on. Gotta thank you broadcasting. Gotta thank Dega Pros, John Ward, all them guys over there.
All right, buddy. Well, when it was all said and done, Matthew Patton will come home third and 9 in high gear racing. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
Sure, thank you.
Yep. Well, go and give Eberhart and Dylan Jones a couple more minutes before we wrap everything up. Mentioned earlier, lap leaders tonight. There you see it. Eberhart led 20 laps. Patton 9, Sean Corbett 5. Cross and Jones both 4, McCullough 3. Lee and Bazinez, Jeff Merck 2 and 1. And biggest gainers tonight will be, of course, Eberhart, Ken McCullough, Joshua McCullough, Dylan Jones, Freddie Bazinez. Well, I already got it up. Run through the starting lineup, courtesy of the ticker. Daniel Eberhart, your winner. Dylan Jones, Matthew Patton, Freddie Bazinez, Joshua McCullough, your top 5. Danda, Ken McCullough, Daytona Cross, Austin Sale, Nathan Harper, Jeff Merck, your top 11. Matt Lee, James Warren, Tim White, Corbett, the top 15. Matt Mettler, Chase Pastrana, Hunter Hastings, night done before it can really even get started. They'll be credited 16th, 17th, and 18th. Asher Little did not take the start for tonight. And with that being said, appreciate everybody watching tonight. Live from Talladega. Truex Truck Series live tomorrow night on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. Live from Nashville, and then right after, well, Saturday night I should say, Midnight Racing League live on the PGR Esports channel. Round 3 of the Midnight Cup Series. Don't want to miss the action. That'll be this Saturday live at midnight. And until then, hope everybody has a good rest of the week. And I'll see everybody Saturday for midnight. Until then, take it easy. Have a good one.